Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a collection overview and my swatching and organisational process for my nail polishes. So let's get started. This is probably going to be broken down into two videos because I want to keep it quite short and condensed. So first of all, we're going to be following this polish's life all the way through to me swatching it to it being in my Helmer from IKEA stored away. So the polish is Lacquerlicious Prototype 13. This was literally just the next one that I had to swatch, so I thought we'd just do it on this little guy. So this polish comes in. It then, when I go through and I show you my collection overview, it sits in a certain area of my nail polishes where I keep all my untrieds. Then when I get round to doing it, I'll pick it up and I will swatch it, as you can see on my nails right here. So from there, it then gets bottle shots, taken pictures of, processed and then put on Instagram. So I will insert the photos that I put on Instagram for you here so you can see. And then what happens to this little guy? He then needs to be sorted, processed and put away. This might sound a little bit organised and OCD for you, but that's just how I like to have it. To start with, I had an actual note page on my iPhone which had all my polishes, names and collections. So that worked out really well for organising to start with until my collection got a little too big. It also didn't let me enough room to describe the colour, so I couldn't really remember off the top of my head sometimes what the colours were for the names, and I ended up buying colours that were quite similar. So we scrapped that idea and we moved on. After that, I downloaded the app from iTunes, which was the Nail Polish Book app. It's really good. It's another free app. You can take pictures of your polishes and it allows you to write underneath a name and a collection, and you can sort and search. It's very, very organised if that's how you want to do it. But I just kept forgetting and the light wasn't good and I just kept making excuses for it. It just wasn't for me. Finally, I found what I wanted, and this is it's like an Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, but it's for your phone, and it's called Google Sheets. This spreadsheet can be shared through all your social media platforms. You can send people links to it so people can see what you've got, and it allows you to put as much information as you want it in it. So that was my problem solved of how to list and save them written down. But how was I going to know what colour was what? So I had a look on lots of YouTube videos and blog posts, and then I came up with the best idea, which would be nail swatch sticks. There's a variety of ways you can do that. You can get the Sally's wheels where they've got them fanned around the outside, which I thought I can't really move them, and if I wanted to do maybe reds on one wheel, oranges on one wheel, I don't know, what if I did something wrong, I could mess up a whole wheel. Within doing the individual swatch sticks, you could just ruin one and throw it away. So I felt safely, someone who makes a lot of mistakes and typos and is not the neatest, I thought the safest way would not be to do that. So what I decided to do was grab swatch sticks. So I ordered a pack off of eBay. I will link the eBay seller down below for you. What I got was like 50 of these clear sticks, and they also came with a hoop to store them on. Now, one reason why I chose the seller in particular was that she ships from the UK. You can get them from China, but I just was really impatient and wanting to get started. So these are really good. You can also get them in a white, but I felt that putting the nail polish on a white base would then make them brighter and not the colour that you're actually going to get on your nail. Although your nails aren't clear, they're more clear than they are white. So stage one is just the clear stick. So here's one I made earlier. This is Prototype 13 swatched on a nail stick. So you had two options with it. You could either paint the underneath or the top. I decided to go with the top after a lot of reading from other YouTubers and other bloggers, because underneath will show you the true way it dries. So if you have a matte polish, you can see underneath how it will dry, and then if you flip it over, you'd be able to see how it was with a top coat on the top. So I just thought that was the best because you get both options. Also, sometimes people who paint the top, that also tends to chip and can rub off over time. So I just thought doing the underneath would be the safest. The next question you're posed with is, what do I write along the stem here? So you've got a couple of options. Some people just take a Sharpie and write what they want to write on there, however you feel. Some people do name and collection, and there's lots of options that you can go through, and you just need to decide what you need to know that was going to tell you and remind you what polish this is just from writing on there, if that makes sense. So again, I'm very messy, not got the best handwriting in the world, so I decided not to write on mine, but to get a label maker. This label maker is the Dymo Letter Tag. I got this from Amazon. It was just under £20. It then also comes with one cartridge for free, which I did buy a different one. The cartridge that it comes with is the white paper stickers, but then I swapped it in for the black writing on clear plastic stickers. This is the easiest thing to use in the world, honestly. I bought all of this myself. I'm not sponsored. This is a really good way to go if you want to spend and invest a little bit more money in it. So yeah, you just literally pop your reels in. You can take them in and out as you like. I'm not going to be able to take mine out now. Take it in, pop it in. Literally, that's as easy as you are. Flip it up and down. You just need to put batteries in it to get it to work. So let's type up my label. So it's quite easy. You just press the red on button, Dymo, and then you're presented with, you can type whatever you want. You can also save in here things that you're going to do all the time. So if you wanted to use it for things other than nail polishes, you could just type in standard stuff and you can save the ones that you're going to repeat over and over again. So let me type this in. Okay, so I've typed it in there. Then let the magic begin. You just press the print button and out it comes. This is literally so easy. I don't know why, I just thought it would be a little bit more complicated. So you can see my label coming out here. And then you just press this lovely side button and that actually cuts it off clean. So let me think this the best way. All done. And this is what you're given and this is the label. So I decided to go with, you can't really fit, I'll show you some examples, but you can't really fit the whole of the brand names on there. So I've abbreviated Lackalicious to LAC, Prototype 30, and then a 2. The 2 is the amount of coats that I've put. So on this stick, where has it gone? I put 2 coats, so it says LAC 30, Prototype 13, 2 coats. Let's stick this bad boy on. So here comes the fiddly bit. What I tend to do is cut and trim it down on the one end, and then you've got to try and peel off the other side. There is an actual knack to this. When I first started doing it, I think I did one in about an hour. It's very hard. And so people with really long nails, I think, might have a bit of a job of this, but let's see how long it takes me. Okay, so I've peeled the edge off. Now with these, they're actually a tiny, tiny, tiny bit too wide for the stick. So I just have to trim a slight bit off the edge here. Literally just trimmed it down a tiny bit. And then we'll peel the sticker on and set it up on the stick. Here it is all trimmed down. Here's the stick all ready to go. And let me just place this on. This is such an easy process, guys, if this is how you want to do it. And I keep getting cat's hairs all on mine. Okay, I think that's right. And voila! One swatch stick, complete with name, print, and everything you could possibly need. So once you get a little bit of swatching done, you'll end up with a whole load. This is the wheel that came with the 50 nail sticks, and I think I'm going to need a bigger one. Yeah. They fan out quite a lot. If you fold them up like this, they're a lot easier to handle, but I think I'm going to get a bigger wheel to put them on. So yeah, you can store as many as you want. You can obviously get different rings. These, I believe, are called binder rings. You can get them from most like stationery shops. So let me give you some examples of what we've got on here. So I'll tell you, I abbreviated them down. So this one is Dolish Polish, I'm the Ultimate Fangirl, and I decided to just go for DP, DP1. Yeah, I think that probably the way once I get them all done is I'm going to store them in colour and then have different wheels. So I'll have like a colour wheel for greens, blue, I forgot what I was talking about then, greens, blues, and then a purple one and a pink one. Here's another one which is China Glaze. I just put the preview of that down to CG. So yeah, it's a long process, but if you're trying to go through all the ones that you've got, but if you're just starting from scratch and you want to organise them this way, this is a very, very good way to go. You can also see obviously then how opaque they all are. You can remember what colour they are. You can use comparisons, and this is actually one of the things that I want to get done. So when I start doing my similar, not the same videos, which will be coming up very soon, I can show you on the sticks a lot easier, and I can show you my swatch photos. So yeah, I love this. This is how I organise my polish and how I swatch them on there. I probably should have said at the start what an actual swatch is in case you've watched this whole of this video and not known. So swatch is where you paint your nails all one colour just to get an idea of what it's going to come out like. No nail art, just basic. Sometimes I just do a lot of basic swatches these days. I don't really do a huge amount of nail art. So I hope you've enjoyed this first part of how I swatch my nail polish and how I organise them. Up next will be my collection overview, and I'll talk a little bit more about the swatch sticks and what I'm going to be doing with them. I will link everything that I've talked about down below, the sticks, the label maker, everything that you need to get if you want to do this method. Leave me a comment down below to tell me how you swatch and organise your polishes if you've got a massive collection like I do, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.